Won't you take me back to Tennessee?
The award-winning Tennessee WildCast is on the air with the latest info about hunting, fishing, boating, wildlife watching, and all things outdoors. This episode is brought to you by GSM Outdoors, whose vision is to preserve the sportsman's legacy, fuel innovation, and enable the next generation of outdoor enthusiasts. Think outside. That's where you'll find us. Now, make welcome your host, Jason Harmon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Tennessee WildCast. We're glad you're tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We got an awesome show lined up for you today and two very special guests.
Yes.
Don King is my co-host, and we're still here at Feather to Fork event at the Sawbriar.
And I love your color today. I think this is so appropriate, Jason.
I think it is. I won't hold the suspense any longer. We have Mr. Phillip Fulmer with us. Coach Fulmer, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Thank you.
A teammate of his, Carl Johnson, is here with us today. They're hunting buddies. They're almost, I think, best friends. They've been friends for a long time, and I'm excited just to hear football stories, hunting stories, talk outdoors and sports today. It's going to be fun.
That's great. We are excited. I had a chance to coach Carl's sons as well.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Which is another dynamic of our friendship. Both great kids and good players, and we were glad to have them as part of his legacy at Tennessee and being around. So there's a lot of connections here, certainly with Carl.
So you guys met as freshmen at UT, right?
17 years old.
Yeah, we were 17 years old when we were at the University of Tennessee, and
He come from Palatka, Florida. I think nobody could be a nice guy from Florida, but he was.
Yeah, we lived right across the hall from each other, and there were times when we would get into it in not only in practice but in the dorm, and so we had a lot of different dynamics going on back in the days.
Yeah, I'm sure it was pretty cool to back in the day, just the friendships y'all built and practices and things. And we had the chance to have dinner last night, and I heard some stories and some cool things that
No, like I said, there's some things you got to leave at the dorm, but needless to say, we had a great time there, and both of us came from kind of lower middle class families, and loved the opportunity they had that Tennessee gave us to come there, and you couldn't have pushed me out of there with anything. We had a lot of teammates that didn't make it through, but our core group of guys did, and we had lots of success. That made it even most special, I guess.
Yeah.
But the friendships that have lasted like those happen. And we were champions while there, and usually champions stick together, a lot better.
Yeah.
This day and age, it's a whole another conversation with NIL and all that.
Yeah, definitely.
But we didn't have NIL. We had each other.
Yeah, I think that's really important. It wasn't just Phillip and I that had a relationship. We have guys that we talk to on a regular basis. Just last night we were talking, and one of the linemen that Phillip played next to, his name came up, and so we have a chance to be with our friends that have been with us since we were 17 years old.
Yeah, I got to give him a shout out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go to church with Steve Robinson, and Steve's been involved with FCA for his whole career, pretty much after his playing days.
He and John Keller, another lineman that's a minister now and still. They were our guardrails.
Keep you on
a lot of times. They really did. And here we are all these years later, and he's still my guardrail. Wonderful man.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that. A lot of guys that went on and had great success, and we're getting to that age now where we're kind of losing more and more, and so we're delighted to have this kind of time with you guys today.
Well, and I get to go to some of the games from time to time, and the homecomings, and seeing those players come back and being recognized on the field at halftime and different times of the games, and you can see that bonding from those years past. They're still friends and coming back. And
well, sports in general does that, right? It's it's not like going to war, but it's that kind of bond that you have during those two-a-days days and those summer games that you're playing or practices. And you build that bond and you build that trust, and it flows over into everyday living as well. So I think being a coach and being able to be connected to Tennessee as long as I have, and I've seen so many young people grow up and change. They basically go from adolescence to manhood over that period of time, as we did, and then you're ready for the world, because you've experienced a lot of things.
Well, no doubt you've made a huge impact on the university and football and all of that. Being a coach, the AD for a while, and you're still working with the school. But you were just recently recognized for the Paul Bear Bryant Achievement Award. Tell us what that's like, what that felt like.
Well, it's great.
Amazing.
It's in Houston, Texas. I think his son lived there for a long time and gathered a group of people maybe 30 years ago and started in his name. And anything that's connected with Bear Bryant, is serious business. We were great competitors against Alabama, but also, had tremendous respect for all that he accomplished and how much he influenced the game.
And I learned earlier, just a few minutes ago, that he had his eye on you as a player, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure probably Carl too. But I committed to Alabama from where I live in Winchester. It was right across the line from Fulmer, right there, and it was closer to go to Tuscaloosa than it was actually. And the interstate wasn't finished either. But
whole different deal.
A whole different deal. 6 hours to get to Knoxville or so, but. They convinced me, the Tennessee coaches convinced me that Coach Bryant was really old and was going to retire soon, and then Tennessee beat Alabama, which 1967, which is our recruiting year, and I flipped, and I tried to get my dad to tell Coach Bryant for me, and he was not having that. We were going to. He said, "You're a young man now, and you got to handle your things like a man." And I told Coach Bryant, and he tried to convince me a little bit, but then he said, "Boy, you're never going to beat us," like that. And we're proud of the fact that we beat them 3 out of 4, while we were there. Coach Bryant did so much for the game and had such a great representation period about life. And I'm proud to have that honor. It means you're getting old and you used to coach, so you get something like that.
Yeah, just a footnote. Next week for the Tennessee-Oklahoma game, there's going to be a special event at halftime, once again honoring Phillip and our coach that brought us to University of Tennessee, Doug Dickey, in the championship corner, along with General Nealon. Also, they're doing a section in the stadium that will honor the championship coaches. And so the national championship team that Coach Fulmer coached, obviously, will be on hand, as well as some SEC champions. So another thing for the fans of the University of Tennessee, and kudos to the University of Tennessee for recognizing the accomplishment of these guys.
Yeah, we have some of our donors back that were so key. Coaches obviously were tremendously key to celebrate that team.
Right.
Again, you can't get everybody back from 17 years. It'd take all day, but we'll have some of the quarterbacks back that kind of represent the eras of their time. I'm proud of that, but I'm most proud of the fact that I can enjoy it with people I love, like these guys, and also with my family. Your family pays a big price for you to do a job like that at any level.
Yeah,
and it's an all-in deal. I mean, when you commit to be a head coach, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, your family's got to be on board with you.
Absolutely. And my wife was a great coach's wife, and my children would tell you they lived a charmed life. I missed a lot, but Vicki made sure that we had time. I didn't miss birthdays. I didn't miss. They would come over on Tuesday nights, and we'd have family night, and and then I'd finally get home. Maybe Thursday. I was home, but I was sleeping, and they, they were. It was hard. It was hard, and I'm glad that we're able to have my grandchildren now too, as well. My little 9-year-old grandson. he came to we was at our house the other day, and he had obviously said somebody said at school, he says, "Pa, did you know that you were a good coach?" I said, well, some people would argue not, but it was a great time.
I think that ring would probably prove it, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's neat.
Yeah, I can't remember what game it was. I said, "Why do you keep running that draw play all the time?" He said, "Johnson, do you think you know more about this than I do?" I said, "I'll never bring it up again."
Oh, that's great. Well, let's dive into the outdoors. Have you guys always been into hunting and fishing? Did you grow up doing that sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely did. My dad worked 2 jobs all of his life to make ends meet and everything. My mom was a great stay-at-home mom, and we were very close. Big family, you know, so we had all that going for us. But I would just take a little 410 and walk in the woods and, you know, shoot a squirrel or whatever. And, you know, but a lot of your time is spent in athletics because I was much better athlete than Carl. And so I played a lot of sports.
In his mind, it's deteriorating as the year.
A lot of sports. But as I look back, there were teachers and counselors and men in our community, like this event today, that really influenced me. And one of those was somebody that took me hunting, you know, a number of times, you know, before I actually got to college or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's just again another family bonding thing that people can do, and the great outdoors is just the best. And thank y'all for all the job that you guys do.
You bet.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the same. We love the outdoors and the chance to share that passion, you know, and get people out there the best we can and enjoy it. And what was hunting and fishing like in Florida? It's got to be a little different than Tennessee.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough that our family had access to a lot of hunting area, and we deer, turkey, quail, just about anything. And we had a hunting camp that we were able to go to and spend a lot of time as family together at the hunting camp, and always had Thanksgivings there.
Oh, nice.
And,
yeah.
It was a special, and you know, it was a good time.
Yeah.
But I left when I was 17, and I didn't hunt much after that.
But now, you know, if you go hunting with your sons or grandsons, and you know, or people that you enjoy being with, fishing too. We go to Alaska every year, you know, fishing. I'm learning to bone fish a little bit now that I got time to do. That's so hard, you know, but it's also again fun, something to do. The turkeys, and you know, and we're very blessed in our state to have a lot of that. And then I guess, I don't know, duck hunting is probably my favorite thing, but we have to go to Tennessee, West Tennessee or Arkansas, you know.
Well, I appreciate your support for this event, and I know the Moody's and York Institute as well. They really appreciate your support, being out here, you know, guiding these kids and taking them out. And I think this was your 3rd year, right?
Third year,
Coach, and
Carl's second.
Second year, yeah. So I mean, y'all are making a huge impact and passing that tradition on to these kids. And
well, they've made an impact on us, getting to meet some of the young people and hearing their stories and hearing what they want to do as they move to the next level.
Right.
And that's been an important part of them being able to share with us and, you know, just have frank conversations. Nothing like that after walking through the brush and watching the dogs work. And
right.
Yeah,
it's a great idea, and you can see just from the support that's come here with other people. There's obviously some passion there that makes it special.
What other types of organizations and ways have y'all been involved in conservation? I know years and years ago, you may not remember, but you did some stuff with the Federation, and we actually recorded some PSAs with you. But
yeah, we did.
It was back in the day. But yeah, what other types of activities are y'all in as far as conservation goes?
I'm on the board with the or Tennessee Wildlife Federation.
Yeah, okay.
And Mike Butler and those guys. I'm probably not as active as I should be with 9 grandchildren. I'm
you got your hands full.
Assistant to the assistant football coach, you know. So.
And a game to make later today, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a little bit. But I'm involved when they ask me to be involved and help and obviously appreciate, like I said, all that you guys do. Down in Winchester, you know, that we've got all that tailwater of the Elk River, and I love going down there and fishing. And so what you guys have done is special.
We got amazing crews. We say this all the time, but our biologists, even our technicians, and down to the folks that are on the entry level, they put so much heart and passion into the work that they do, so that Tennessee can enjoy these resources. And they do great work, and I'm happy to be just a small part of it, trying to get the word out. You know, but could you share some outdoor adventures with us? What's some fun memories that stand out to you guys hunting and fishing together and being outdoors?
Well, I mentioned Alaska. I have a good friend that has a lodge there, and so we fly into King Salmon and go out to the park and there's a beautiful Enchanted Lake Lodge. Is the name of the lodge, and it's like going to a different country. You know, from that lodge, you can find a place to fish like you're in East Tennessee, or you can find big water or anything in between, and lakes if you like that. So we do that every year, and Carl's done much more elk hunting than I have. I've been a couple of times. You know, that has its own special moments, because you're stalking that elk for a long period of time with not always any success. You know, so.
And we were talking last night, and I asked Phillip, I said, what do you think the toughest hunt you ever went on? And that led into my toughest hunt. And I went up the middle fork of the Salmon River on jet boats, and then on horseback, 14 hours.
Wow.
Back to a spike camp. And it was tough country. In fact, we got there late at night. It was pitch dark, and the guide finally said, just get behind the horse and hang on to his tail. He knows where camp is.
Nobody else did.
But I've hunted all over the West, and we've got a group that one of teammates that we used to go, back in the Frank Church Wilderness and chukar and Hungarian partridge and fly fish at noon, and
that's
blast and cast.
I hear y'all are great bird shots. Y'all are great bird hunters. Got a good shot.
We know how to walk them up. I think Phillip shot a box of 20 gauge shells today. There was only one bird that I remember.
Here we go. That's good. Take that with a grain of salt.
We had a great time. I tell you, who was the shot I enjoyed as much as anything. Anderson, our student, was. He brought
a 12 gauge too. He was serious. He was going to get that,
and he didn't miss a shot.
No, wow, he did good. He really did.
He did a great job.
Yeah. Well, what's so special about this event is some of the kids are able to hunt, but then they bust kids from the school, York Institute, over today to Sawbriar to experience some of the booths that have been set up, different industries, different. There's people welding out there, making knives, hat makers.
Yeah, there's archery out there, fly casting.
Fly fishing.
Yeah, learning how to fly cast out in the parking lot. That's
that was great. That was new to the event list this year.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunities for kids from the York Institute just to come out here and learn and understand and maybe see a career path. Because we were talking with the director of schools earlier, and these kids can graduate from York Institute with an associate's degree before.
Right.
And be ready for
step
college.
into college as juniors. That's amazing. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a great program, and I mentioned it earlier. There's people in the community that can influence these guys and gals to really see the world a whole lot differently than they might, where they're just going to the factory or something. And that's the reason we got involved, or at least I got involved the most, is to, hopefully, as my life was changed, others can too. They just see opportunities.
Yeah.
And kudos to the Moody's, as you said, for their really having the vision to kind of put all this together, and a lot of work that they've put into this to make this happen and to organize it. And I don't know of anything else like it in Tennessee.
We talked about it earlier, but the kids, the students at York raised the birds that got hunted today.
All
that's 300 of them. And and then some of the select students were putting the birds out this morning along with the...
Bright and early.
Way before dawn, for sure.
Yeah. Well, we got a few more minutes here, and I think it would be kind of cool to transition back to sports and football. Share a moment that stands out to you guys, maybe a big win or a battle that came down to the end and y'all pulled it out, or a season. You got so many stories, I'm sure.
I can give you one with Carl.
One on Carl.
Here we go.
Okay.
The only one I know that he really made a great play on. No, we were playing Kentucky, and we had
This is the anniversary game this week.
Oh, it is?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we play.
I know we play Kentucky, but that's the anniversary to that.
It's been so long.
They're still celebrating. They're still celebrating in Kentucky this play that you made. But anyway, he's playing defensive end. Who honestly was a very, very good player. He's doing his job. It takes to the quarterback on an option play, and quarterback tries to pitch it to the tailback, and somehow it gets it up. And did you hit it up in the?
I hit him and
hit up. It popped up. He catches it, and we're losing, and we may lose the game if it's
the end of the game.
This doesn't happen. He pops up, and he catches it and starts away from everybody. Obviously, we think we're going to win the game, but everybody on the field passed him at least once. No, I'm kidding. He ran it in for the touchdown. So I'll brag on him that his play won the game.
And my response is, you've never run 95 yards in your life, much less have the ball.
It was a great play, and we did have a couple blocks, and then
I think we beat in the Liberty Bowl. We beat Arkansas 14-13.
Now you got to remember, back then there was only like 6 or 7 or 8 bowl games. It wasn't like
now.
So going to any bowl game was a big deal. Go ahead.
No, it was just one of those games that we were losing 14-6. And no, we were losing 13-7.
Yeah.
And right at the end of the game, there was a fumble, and we recovered the fumble. Our friend from Crossville, Tennessee, Kurt Watson, ran it in for the touchdown at the end of the game, and so we won 14-13.
Yeah, they're still mad about that too. You go over there hunting, they'll bring it up. In fact, there's like one guy brought the video. It was a former coach for them, and we all hooked up, and they were showing me exactly, because there was a fumble recovered that somehow or another in the pile, we got it from them.
And the rumor was I was choking the guy, and he let go, and we took the ball away. And I never choked.
And they said the official said, "Our ball."
Well, everybody on the sideline, everybody in the pile was going, "Our ball." We didn't have it
yet.
That's a key word.
Any win over Alabama's, especially then too, was a big win. And I guess when I remember when Coach Dickey had left and gone back to Florida, it was his alma mater and everything. And he comes back to Knoxville,
right?
And we beat the stew out of him.
Terrible.
I mean, it just beat the stew out of him.
And the fans welcomed him back to the stadium, throwing oranges at him.
A warm welcome, huh?
Then later he was my boss. He was my athletic director. So, and still a wonderful friend of ours.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to close out the show without you reflecting on the '98 season. I think I shared this with you last night, but I was blessed to see many of the home games that year, and it was a great time as a 13-year-old young man just to get to experience that with my grandparents, and it was a great time. And I'd love to be able to say it feels like '98. It's been feeling like '98 here the last few years.
I think Coach Heupel's doing a great job with a team, and the kids like him. He's a good recruiter. We just got to keep getting over that hump, To get, playoff is always. I wish we would have had the playoff. That's another subject. But the '98 team was special, no question. We'd lost 12 guys to the NFL, 3 in the first round. Nobody thought we were going to be as good, as the '97 team. You lose Peyton Manning and Leonard Little and just on and on and on of really great players. And we were picked 3rd in the East, so it was offensive to our team at that point. And they went to work and did a great job of filling in those gaps where we needed to. And found a way. We had a great team that matured as a team as the season went on, and our defense held us together early. Obviously,
Al Wilson,
that group of guys, and T. Martin matures, and then the rest of it's history. The play at Arkansas, that was something. But we also had to take the thing 66 yards to win the game, and we did. So. And then the play against Florida State and Bobby Bowden was a big deal for me. One of my mentors that I looked up to, and a great win for Tennessee. We're still celebrating it, and we'll continue to do so.
Definitely so.
Well deserved.
Yeah. But all those great players, but under great leadership. So,
we had a great staff. We were completely aligned with the athletic director, the president, the chancellor. We're more of that now than we have been since I left, to be honest with you. So, we're looking forward to Coach Heupel winning it.
Yeah, we're excited about it. I definitely am.
He's a great representative of the University of Tennessee. He's always had his heart number one for the University of Tennessee. He's always put them first, but he's also a great person.
Yeah, sure is.
We have one of those bonds that you just don't hardly find. So I call him a great friend, obviously.
Well, I really appreciate you guys carving out time today, and it's an honor to meet both of you. It's been fun, and
it sure has.
I hope everyone watching and listening has enjoyed this show. So, this is Tennessee WildCast. Thank you for tuning in. Keep coming back, watch and listen, and we'll see you next time.
Stay connected with TWRA by visiting our website at tnwildlife.org and follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram. You can invest in Tennessee's wildlife future by purchasing a license at GoOutdoorsTennessee.com. That's GoOutdoorsTennessee.com.